It truly is what we call our gold standard as cancer, mainly because it not only detects the cancer early, but it can also prevent that by removing those polyps that may eventually turn into cancer that have not quite gotten there yet.
The colonoscopy was an interesting experience. Obviously, I'd never had one before, and a lot of people in your family might have had one. You might have, had a loved one go through it, so you kind of know what to expect. You're basically given this prep that you have to drink the day before your procedure, and it cleans you out. You have to be on an all liquid diet. You can't eat any foods the day before. So you're hungry, and then at like 5 o'clock at night, you have to start drinking this, this prescription diuretic, I feel like is what I should call it. And so you start drinking that, and you have to drink it in increments every 15 minutes until you're done with half the bottle. And it's not ideal. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I don't want people to fear that. I don't want people to not get a colonoscopy because they're afraid of the prep. It's doable. Just have like some candies that you can like suck on after, or like even like lemonade or something to chase it. You can get through it, and then you're just going to the bathroom all night. Then you are clearing everything out, and it's working, and you're just like, okay, like that's your job for that night before a colonoscopy, is just to clear yourself out. The clearer your bowels, the better the procedure is going to go, and the more accurate it will go, is what I was told, which makes sense. They were like, you don't want to come in for your colonoscopy and have it be an incomplete colonoscopy, and you have to do this again. So the whole time I'm drinking that prep, I'm like, don't skimp on it, because you don't want to do this again. So then you go in for your colonoscopy, and I was asleep during it. I know some people are kind of awake, just groggy. I was completely sedated, went under, best nap of my life, felt great. But I know that's not the case for everybody. But that was just my personal experience. And I mean, it was super easy. The procedure itself on a day, so easy, so quick. I was in and out in like a couple hours. No pain after, no anything. You just go and you can finally eat. So you get like, food, and you're just feeling good. You're good. So the colonoscopy is fairly easy. The prep is the worst part, and even that, I wouldn't say it's bad enough to the point where you shouldn't go. There are preps that come in pill form. I know you have to take a lot of pills, like you have to take like 12 pills at once, but that I guess sort of cancels out having to drink something nasty. So you can always ask for that too if you're afraid of the prep mix. You can always ask for the pill version and see if your gastroenterologist will prescribe that. So that's a colonoscopy, fairly easy.
So with colonoscopies, now the new age that the American Cancer Society recommends screening is now age 45. They've lowered that to age 45 from 50 just because of the increase in colorectal cancer in younger patients. It truly is what we call our gold standard as cancer, mainly because it not only detects the cancer early, but it can also prevent that by removing those polyps that may eventually turn into cancer that have not quite gotten there yet. Other tests that can be done, like kind of some of the tests you hear about on commercials where they mail stuff out to you and you kind of mail a sample back, or even you can get stool testing done at your physician's office. There's a variety of other tests, but if those are abnormal, a colonoscopy is still recommended to look inside the colon to see what is going on. And then if that is cancer, there can be a biopsy. If there is no cancer, there may be polyps or other issues. Talking with other people that have had it done, or talking with the doctor to kind of get a better idea of what may happen during the colonoscopy, because there are lots of different reasons for a colonoscopy. So if it's just kind of a screening colonoscopy, that can be a little bit, there can be more different expectations than someone who's having more symptoms and they're doing a colonoscopy because there's a concern that there's something there. There's a few theories as to why the patients that are younger are having, they're at higher rates. Theories are that it may be related to diet, it may be related to environmental exposures, or even kind of the normal bacteria that we all have in our gut. Maybe it's related to some changes in that. There's still a lot of research going on to try and really figure out younger patients are having this cancer more often. We tend to say stay away from, lots of red meats and lots of processed food, and to maintain, a healthy weight, trying to be active, are all kind of some of the ways. Having a diet that's high in fiber, like fresh fruits and vegetables, is very good as well. Kind of avoiding alcohol are some of the things that we also think can help reduce the risk. As for why there is the increase, that's kind of where we think of the dietary areas and environmental factors. But young patients can also have certain conditions that may run in their family, like Lynch syndrome is one, for example, where younger people are more likely to get cancer at young ages if they have Lynch syndrome. Although that's still a very small minority of young patients that have cancer. Most young patients who have colorectal cancer don't have anything at this point. That 45 is age that you should start colorectal cancer screening. However, Lynch syndrome or other, hereditary conditions, or even just having family members that have had colorectal cancer can affect that. So it's very important for people to talk to their doctors if they may have had family members that have had colorectal cancer, because that recommended age for screening might be even younger.